How's it going, everybody? This is BeatTheBush. Today, I'm going to review this MOVA Mobius 60 robotic vacuum cleaner. This is one of the first robotic vacuums that can automatically switch the mops for you. Inside this giant case, you push this button here, you open the door. There's one set of blue ones that's installed. Normally, it goes over here. And then you have another set over here. This has a more gentle and softer fiber for more delicate floors. And then you have this thermal hold mop. As its color indicates, it holds heat better. And this is intended for greasier areas like kitchen floors and dining areas. The mops are all on this panel here. These guys are magnetic, so you can attach them over here. The cartridge has a servo in it, so it can engage a magnet and disengage it so that it'll fall off. And it runs on this geared track, kind of like an inkjet printer. It goes up and down, and when it needs to load something, it goes and pick one set up, attaches here, moves down, and detaches it down there. The robot doesn't have any mops. It goes out. This thing picks up a pair of mops, whichever one that it needs, and it moves down there, drops it off over there, and it comes back into position. The robot moves into place and picks up those mops. Later on, I'm going to test this out and see if it even matters to switch different mops. This whole machine, it's pretty intimidating. It's large. It's like a monolith looking thing. The front is a lot different in other ones I've tested. It's a glass surface over here. So it's this piano black. I have accidentally scratched the surfaces of some of these machines before. So when you have a glass surface, this will be a lot more durable. Gold trim finish here and a button to open it. Over here, you have the compartment for the cleaning solution. You just pop that right off. There is a vacuum bag to pick up all the debris, and also the cleaning solution. It has two of them over here. And if you see my reviews on other MOVA robotic vacuums, the base of this thing is constructed almost exactly the same. It has dual solution. The vacuum bag is in the same exact place, but they added stuff on top of it. You have this lid, which has like a little foam seal around it because this area needs to be airtight. The robot itself is very similar to the MOVA V50. You have the same features, everything looks very similar, except one obvious difference is that the suction power has been increased from 24,000 to 30,000 pascals. Some of you have had issues with the MOVA robotic vacuums. After you saw my video, you purchased it, and then you tried to contact customer service, and it was a little bit lacking. So I went through my contact and asked about this, what happened, and the official response is that they're backlogged a little bit during the holiday season, so they couldn't respond as fast, and they assured me now they're a lot better after they cleared the backlog. So with that said, let me do some tests on this robot and show you its features. First, let's do a vacuum test. I'm gonna spread some paper shreds and also some pet hair on the floor. Sprinkle it around everywhere, including the edges and also on the tiled area. For the pet hair, in order to be realistic, I need to spread it out thinly, almost to the level where you can't see it anymore. But I'll leave it a little bit dense so that we can still see it on camera right here in the center. Just kind of rub it in. All right, let's start the vacuuming. Interestingly, in the app, it recognized 3 cords, one right here, one right here, and one right here. The AI camera recognized this incorrectly, thinking these are cords somehow. It might be too dense a material that I'm putting on here because typically you won't see this much debris on the carpet. So I manually removed it from the map, and then I'm gonna try to vacuum this again. It left a few pieces of paper shred on the carpet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And actually a clump right here, it completely missed this one. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. One piece here, one piece here, one piece here. Bunch of little pieces scattered everywhere. Admittedly, it's a very big mess, and usually I have to run it 2 or 3 times in order to really clear everything. Robot vacuums is not intended to be used this way. It's more of if you have a few pieces of debris, you let it do its work. Whenever there's a small spill, it would pick it up. In terms of pet hair, it did remove all of it. I don't see any fine hairs that's left on the carpet, so that's a very good sign. Let me run it one more time and see what else it can pick up. It's cleared out most of the debris that's towards the center. It skipped over this bunch over here, one piece there, one piece here. I'm just gonna collect it all. Just a few pieces that's scattered towards the edges. Relatively good in terms of vacuum performance. Now let's do a mop test. I brewed some really dark black tea. I'm gonna put it on this floor first, let it dry for about an hour, and then we'll come back and mop this thing. Okay, the tea is now dry. See, I can run my finger across this doesn't smear too much. This one smears a little bit. Let's start a mopping sequence. After mopping one time, there's a few spots left on the edges as well as a little bit in the corner. In this corner, it cannot reach there because of the radius of the mop. The spots towards the lower edge here should have been fair game. The spot right here is a little bit towards, you know, in like kind of like a wedge of a corner. So I can forgive that a little bit. Not much anywhere else. For the mopping, I'm using maximum wetness and deep cleaning route. I'm gonna run it again and see if it picks up these extra spots. Just some nuance of the algorithm. It left a little bit here, but it cleared out this spot here. It's likely due to the deep clean route. It might have missed it. So I'm gonna go one step down to go to intensive and try it again. It's mopped about 99% of it. A few faint stains here, here, and here, but overall pretty good. It also has the more premium feature of a retractable navigation module. When it's ready to track, it will pop upwards, and when it needs to get underneath furniture, it will pop back down. This robot vacuum also has automatic extending mops. Watch it retract the mop so that it can turn in a tight corner. Once it reaches the corner, it extends the mop out so that it can mop the very corners. With it extended, it then glides along the wall until it reaches the end, retracts again, turn, and then extends back out, and it repeats. Here we see the mops in the base station being lowered in so that it can scrub it clean. After it's done, it comes back up. I haven't seen this before. I thought I'd capture it. It has a 63 degrees Celsius or 145 degree Fahrenheit mop dryer. Because it was wet and it's drying it right now, you can see all this steam coming off of the front edge. It can climb over single steps as high as 1.97 inches or 2 inches or so. And if it's a combined threshold, which means it has little steps, it can go up to 3.15 inches. Here's another view of it as it approaches this step. It lifts itself up with these little legs, comes up against the step, and then do something with the wheel. It rotates it a bit, and then it gets itself up on top and then over. The vacuum itself has a 30,000 Pascal suction power. Check out the baffle around the main brushes. It's very, very close to the floor. They call this a smart suction boost, where it'll adjust the baffle up and down so that it retains the most pressure, creating higher suction power so that it picks up more dirt. This machine has 3 sets of mops. The blue one is general purpose, yellow one is for hardwood floors, and the red one is for more greasy floors like in the kitchen. I'm going to compare just the mop itself outside of the robotic vacuum so we can zoom really close in to see what the differences are. Here they are side by side just by feel. The hardwood one feels a little bit softer than the multi-purpose one. The red one compared to the hardwood floor one, it's a little bit sparser. This is supposed to retain heat better. The hardwood floor one has fibers that are thinner and spaced together a bit more, whereas the heat retention one has these larger loops you can visibly see, and it's a little bit poofier. It feels a little bit thicker, and it looks, to me at least, the multi-purpose one is kind of like a cross between all of these. In the hardwood floor one, there is this larger stitching that kind of comes flush with the main pad, whereas in the multi-purpose one, this stitching is kind of recessed in, as well as in the heat retention one. First, we'll compare the multi-purpose one with the hardwood floor one. I've placed some flour on the surface. I'm just gonna do it lightly. It cleared it up just fine. Of course, this is loosely placed on top, and then I'm gonna use the hardwood one. Just based on loose flour, it doesn't seem to make a big difference. This multi-purpose one seems to absorb a lot of the solution, whereas the wood floor cleaning one, it leaves more of it on top to condition it. I don't know if you guys can see on the camera, but this is a bit more shinier. It's a little bit more moist just by a tad, whereas this one, it's a lot drier because this pad soaked up all the solution rather than distributing it on top of the hardwood floor. I have the blue and the red mop here. This red one is supposed to hold heat better. It's gonna pour hot water over both of them, and my camera would show the hottest point, which is on the red thermal pad, 121 degrees. If I remove it from view, it says the next highest, 118, 112 degrees. Other one is 109. So there's like about a 3-degree difference. I would say this is a very slight difference, but it does hold the heat just ever so slightly better. Based on my test, the multi-purpose one can do tiles, can do hardwood floors just fine. The hardwood floor mop pad seems to be a little bit softer, and it leaves a little bit more solution on the hardwood floors. The second solution here allows you to put pet odor solution or wood floor care solution. The one that comes with this machine is the wood floor care solution. It would have more of a conditioning solution. The multi-purpose one is designed to pick up most of the water, so it's not going to leave as much solution behind. The only reason you would need this kind of changing system is if your home has multiple kinds of flat floors and not carpeting. For example, you have tiled floors and hardwood floors. And it matters a lot to you that the hardwood floors get treated with conditioning solution. The heat retaining mop retains heat a little bit better in my tests. To me, the heat retention one is a little bit less noticeable than this wood floor care mop. Having a base station this large and having this mop swapping system like this does make it a bit more expensive. It makes it a bit more efficient if you already know if your home has multiple floor types that you want to use this on. The base robot itself is very similar to their other robots, except it does not have this mop switching system. The robot itself does have more suction power when you buy it in the Mobius 60 assembly like this. Overall, this product is for people that really care about switching their mops and you have multiple floor types in your home. If you guys are interested in this MOVA Mobius 60, check out my affiliate link down in the video description below. Thanks for watching this video. Until next time.